Arsenal 3, Manchester United 2. It ends in favour of Arsenal, as I really predicted that a win is really written all over Arsenal. And believe me, if a United fan outside there and you're so much disappointed that you've not won this game of football, then you've not been knowing who the best team in the league is. And us putting up such a fight against Arsenal has really gone ahead to show you that there is a level at which we've reached. Last season, the game was almost like that, but though we are not level twice. Arsenal went ahead to score 2 goals. Ronaldo pulled one back, but the team couldn't put up a fight. We put up a fight as United, but the fight was really let down by what we call the bench. I don't know what is running my mind, the same thing that is running down your mind. What is running down my mind is, if we have a better bench, we win this game of football. That's it. We beat Arsenal. But why does Arsenal win this game of football? It's because they brought in Trossard, and it shows you exactly why the manager of Arsenal was really wanting Trossard to be part of this match day, because he knew how hard it was going to be for him to really get results. Martinelli was closed down by Aaron Wan-Bissaka for the entire close to, is it 75, 78 minutes was a bit of play? He was closed down. Now, what the manager of Arsenal did, he went in to sacrifice the left back position. He told Zinchenko to play a little bit up front the pitch because Trossard is good at playing as a midfielder and good on the ball. He told him, you're going to play into the half space. Don't go wide, but play into that half space, such that he lets Zinchenko play wide because Zinchenko has a very perfect cross on him, and obviously we cross that ball. Zinchenko crosses that ball, and obviously the goal goes in. And this is where reality bites in, that each and every time you're missing your best players on the field of play, this is what you concede. Trust me, those 3 goals, let me count 2. The second one and the third goal don't go into the back of the net if Casemiro is on the field of play. They don't. They don't go into the back of the net if at all Casemiro is on the field of play. Secondly, if Martial is on the field of play, Arsenal couldn't really have all what they had today, especially the composure and the resting that the central defense had, because Weghorst came on through at the half line receiving the ball, but he never faced them. You get? So, I believe the bench won the game. That one signing of Trossard that Arsenal made on, I think the news broke on Wednesday that the deal is done and dusted. I think Thursday. It broke on Thursday morning. Friday, Nana went to his medical. They registered him in time. They bring Trossard on. Guess what Trossard does? Arsenal plays a pass to find Trossard. Trossard plays into Zinchenko. Zinchenko brings a cross. Odegaard goes in for a hit. Fred blocks it. It lands onto Edin Nketiah. Total luck. Total luck. When I told you that, luck is all on Arsenal. I was not lying. Luck is what has won Arsenal this game of football. Trust me, not on any day, a short of Bukayo Saka goes in because he has tried them on several times. But it showed you that it was meant to be for us to lose against Arsenal, because Bukayo Saka even went in for another effort that really hit the post. I think you guys saw it. He went in for another effort that hit the post. So it shows you that it was a win written all over this game in favor of Arsenal. That's it. And I would love to thank every player of Manchester United that they've put up a battle. Even when the world was not expecting such a game to go on and really be portrayed by United, we went ahead to portray that game of night very well. To an extent that in the first half, by the end of the first half, when the referee blew the whistle for half time, United had 49% and Arsenal had 51%. It shows you that the game was so close. And I believe this game has been a game of 2 halves. In the first half, Arsenal had nothing to offer. Amidst them having 11 shots with only 2 on target, they were not a threat into that defense of Manchester United. I think the second half, they go on. Mikel Arteta tells them, we are home. You need to go out and really do the needful and really win this game of football. Remember, we draw with Manchester United. We are 3 points behind City. You get? So now Arsenal has won this game of football and they are back to 5. So I believe the second half was really for Arsenal. First half was for Manchester United, because United, in the first half, they played as if they are at Old Trafford. They are so calm, they are so composed. But Arsenal came with a plan that Ten Hag took long to realize. You get? Saka, with how he was really attacking Luke Shaw, and Rashford was not tracking back, that exposed us to very many situations into this game of football. And secondly, Ericsson, who was supposed to close that area where Bukayo Saka shoots from, didn't do his job. That's it. You know, we have to call a spade a spade. You get, Ericsson doesn't block that area. That's why you saw to it that when Fred came on through, Bukayo Saka never got any other shot like that. He never, because Freddy was told to block the left side of the half space, and that's where Bukayo Saka was operating in, because Luke Shaw had closed him down for the entire 90 minutes, and he couldn't come up here to do anything that would threaten a team of Manchester United. So that is how everything really went down at a stadium known as Emirates. United had a chance to win. That's it. Scoring the first goal against Arsenal, that put us in a very comfortable lead. But I don't know how Bukayo Saka finds himself onto the left pole and Luke Shaw not there. How does that happen? Yet a corner was coming in from the upper side. You get? So there was miscommunication in there for you, and Bukayo Saka found himself in a position where he's not supposed to be. And remember, even the goal we considered against Man City that they scored us, Bukayo Saka fails to really keep his man. That is, his man is not the player. His man is the back post. You get? You have to mark that back post, and you have to be knowing who is behind you. That's it. So I believe Bissaka makes a very huge mistake there. We concede the first one. The second one shouldn't have gone in, because Ericsson, to me, I believe it's time we agree that these huge games, Ericsson shouldn't be part of them. Why? The intensity required to play the game of football, because we are not having the lion's share of the possession. The intensity that is needed, Ericsson doesn't need to be into that area. That's why you saw to it that Freddy comes in through, he pushes into the central attack midfield area, then we look a little bit safe. Now, the third goal, this is where the Casemiro absentia affects us. Scott McTominay commits himself into that area, as you saw him. After committing himself into that area, he misses out on that block. Now, that exposes Aaron Wan-Bissaka on a 1v2 scenario. Trossard, Zinchenko versus Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So Aaron Wan-Bissaka is spoiled of choice, and he doesn't make a decision that anyone will go ahead and really blame him, because he goes in. Let me have a look. Let me show you something here, because I want to be so much exact when I'm really bringing out this. Though I've not gotten that pass that Scott McTominay misses out, but for us to reach this scenario, do you know why we reach this scenario? We reach this scenario because Trossard, this Trossard guy, gets a pass and faces Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Yet Zinchenko is really one of the best crossers of the ball. He was all out alone. Now, Trossard goes in for a wide area pass to find a player known as Zinchenko. And you know Zinchenko does a cutback, as you see here. This cutback finds a player called Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard goes in for a shot, Freddy blocks it, and luckily it lands into Eddie Nketiah. What does that show you is that Scott McTominay committing himself and missing that tackle costed us this goal. Why do you commit yourself into that tackle? It's better to really leave it go and then chase that ball. And that calls in for inexperience. Scott McTominay, for the entire 90 minutes, he played very well. That's it. He did his job, because you don't expect him to get that ball and really do some nice passes. No, he was there to win the L duels, to head out, to really tackle, go in for the physical battle with Thomas Partey, because in this entire game, do you remember any moment of brilliance of Thomas Partey? Partey was absent. Let's be exact. Partey was absent, and obviously that shows you the level at which a player called Casemiro is at. Because even with Scott McTominay in the midfield, Arsenal didn't really show their presence, because they started to play wide. And most of the games, most of the goals they've scored, it was all about the wide play. But in the central midfield, the third goal only is where we got it wrong, with Scott McTominay missing out on that interception. On any day you can miss it out, but I don't believe that in the dying minutes of the game you can give out, you can sell yourself out like that if at all you don't know that you are going to be in contact with that ball. So he misses out on that ball results into this result. Obviously, that's the goal. Look at the minutes, 90 minutes and 27 seconds. That's when that ball crosses the line. As I was starting this video, I told you that luck was with Arsenal. Trust me, luck was with Arsenal. Luck was with Arsenal. And trust me, if it's not luck, we have a result in this game of football. That's it. Look, here, Freddie tries to go into a player known as Odegaard. You get? And again, however much Freddie was on Odegaard, this ball finds Edin Nketiah here. You get? It shows you that it is written all over Arsenal that they were really supposed to take this. And however much there are things that we are really calling in, I'm not going to feel sad. If at all you've been watching this channel, when I was previewing this game, I told you that us getting a result at Emirates, I'm going to be surprised because I know what it means when you're playing at Emirates, especially in these dying minutes. 2-2, the crowd is going to go along and push these players to go all out for you. That's it. And that's what happened at Emirates. They kept pushing Arsenal, and those fans raised up. Did you hear what they did when Rashford scored his first goal around the 13th, 14th minute? They were screaming, oh, Arsenal, 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 meaning that they knew that they can come back. This is not the first time Arsenal is coming back at the Emirates, because I've seen very many games Arsenal coming back from losing positions. The first game was against Fulham. When they are playing Fulham scored them after Mitrovic capitalized onto the mistake made by Gabriel Magalhaes. Odegaard pulled one back, Gabriel Magalhaes scored the winner. Against West Ham, they at Emirates, penalty given after that, William Saliba foul. Benrahma scores it. Arsenal comes back from the 60th minute to the 90th minute. They pull back with 3 goals. You get? The game against Liverpool, they scored first, Liverpool leveled. They scored again, Liverpool leveled. And guess what? A penalty that Jesus got them, scored by Bukayo Saka, won them that game of football. Against Aston Villa, Arsenal scores first. After scoring first, Arsenal goes ahead to level the game, and they go ahead and really win that game of football. So these situations, Arsenal have been through them for very many times, but that has always been possible because of the fans they've been having behind them that have kept pushing them left, right, and center. But let's talk about the positives a little bit. Ten Hag taking a game to Arsenal, and it is no doubt that Ten Hag is not a usual man. When you look at how this man went with a limited squad and took the ball to Arsenal, it shows you that the future is bright. I repeat this. The best thing to ever happen to Manchester United ever since Alex Ferguson left is Erik ten Hag. Today, if it was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer managing United at that stadium known as Emirates, we would have gone like 4 goals down. Why? He would have brought Harry Maguire and very many other players, and obviously we did that. But look at how we are comfortable. We get that ball, pass from the back, build up play, very much on point, looking like let's play our game. Let's not allow Arsenal to dictate the tempo. And the entire first half, we never let Arsenal to dictate the tempo of the game. It was United in full control. That's it. It was United in full control, and we never allowed Arsenal to dictate that game of football. And obviously, United have really gone ahead to lose their... This is the 4th game of the season, because the first, 4th, 5th. Away, this is the 3rd loss. We lost away at Brentford, Man City, Aston Villa, and now at Arsenal. Oh, this is the 4th loss of United this season. So it is really paining a little bit, because according to how we reached the 90th minute without conceding a goal, I think hopes had started to go that, all right, we can get a draw from this stadium. Not so. I think most of you had that feeling like me, because I reached an extent when I saw nowhere Arsenal are going to get a goal. But obviously, with luck and Arsenal moving together this season, you couldn't stop them. They had to go out and really do that, and obviously won it. But Marcus Rashford scoring his 9th goal of the Premier League, and in 9 games ever since return from the World Cup, he has gone ahead to score 9. So it shows you how United have really gone ahead to do the needful and really do the needful with Marcus Rashford, and a little bit of him scoring. But I want to go ahead and really throw into a challenger to Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford, you're a very good player, but you are not good at taking off players. Even when the goal he scores, let me show you that goal. Let me show you that goal that Marcus Rashford scores. That goal that Rashford scores, it's because he's having space. That's why he went ahead to take on those players. But I believe there are some other moments in the second half where he would have not gone in for selfish efforts. If at all he had gone in for an easy pass, we would have broken that Arsenal side down, because the more you keep your ball with yourself, that calls in for these players to recover easily and quickly. Let me show you. I think he netmags. Where does he netmag? You see where he is. United capitalizes on the press. Thomas Partey makes a blind pass. Weghorst plays into Rashford. Rashford netmags Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is nowhere to be seen. Rashford gets space, and obviously he shoots. But everything Rashford does when he gets that ball, it's because there is space. Netmagging Thomas Partey, it's all about him having space. If at all there was no space there, he wouldn't have gone ahead to really succeed. So this is something that Rashford should know. When there is space, take on your people. When there is no space, go in for an easy pass, because if you keep on trying to take on people, you are predictable. What makes players different in every game that we play, or in this game of football, is them being different, unpredictable. You get? But good goal from Marcus Rashford in the 17th minute that put United ahead, to see to it that we really try to get a lead in there for you. But guys, smash the like button. We are having 150 people watching in with only 14 likes. Guys, smash the like button, comment and share, and let's do this. And to everyone who was really surprised about this, then you've not been watching my channel, because if you've been watching my channel, I told you we've not been scoring goals away from home. You get? The first game we played away from home, we never scored a goal against Brentford. The second game was against Leicester City. Southampton, we scored 1. The other game we played away was against Southampton. We scored 1. We went away at Man City, we scored 3, but we lost 6. We went to Everton, we won 2-1. We go to Aston Villa, we score 1. We conceded 3. We went away at Fulham. We scored 2. And we left it late. After that, we went to Crystal Palace. We scored 1. We never scored a second goal. We drew that game of football. Even today, we've scored 2 goals. Meaning that maybe the belief in these players is really growing, because the fight you put up in this kind of football really helps you do the needful. Because look at United play today and rewind back of how we are destroyed, not only away, but even at Old Trafford last season. You get? Arsenal beat us 3-1 away. Liverpool beat us 4-1 away. Man City beat us 4-1 away. We beat Spurs. Newcastle, I think even Newcastle beat us, if at all I'm not forgotten. So Chelsea, we drew with Chelsea 1-1. Not so. I think we drew with Chelsea 1-1, yeah. That's it. But it shows you the improvement that the team of United is at the level. You know, sometimes we lose, but you have to get up or pick up those good things from the losses you've made. This loss is really a loss that is not all that energy consuming. I don't believe that you guys are really so much let down by this loss. That's it. If I told you a kind of person who is so much let down by this loss, then you don't know what rebuild is meaning. A man is getting results and fruits in just 6 months in here on the field of play. He has been facing Mikel Arteta, who has been building this team for 3 years, because in January, Mikel Arteta made 3 years ever since he came in here. He has been signing players for 3 consecutive seasons. And this is where it's supposed to be. Now, if Ten Hag is coming through in just 6 months and it's performing like this, guys, can you imagine the future? Get your binoculars on, all your telescopes, and zoom into the future. Guys, we are into we are going into a better future. And secondly, when the Glazers are going out, Ten Hag is going to get what he wants. Though, I'll go ahead and really tickle a little bit of the Glazers because I don't want to talk about them a lot because it looks like I'm repeating myself, but we lose this game of football because of the Glazers. Do you know that? Do you know that? Why? Weghorst, who was brought in, was not the first choice striker of Erik Ten Hag. He wanted Cody Gakpo. You get Cody Gakpo into that game, I believe we get a different result altogether. Not so? Secondly, Erik Ten Hag has always called for reinforcements in that team. You get? If we have reinforcements, we don't lose. And if at all, by the way, after coming back from the World Cup, those games that we won in the Premier League, Nottingham, Bournemouth, and which other team? Wolverhampton Wanderers, we beat City. If they had a competent board and competent owners, they would have told Erik Ten Hag, we are going to the game of Arsenal. What do you want? Because when you beat Arsenal, because we went to this game when Arsenal is 8 points ahead of us. You beat Arsenal, what happens? You are 5 points behind the league leaders. That's it. So, if we had competent leaders who know what winning is all about, they would have gone ahead to back the manager immediately, even before that Arsenal game. So, that shows you how badly we are run. But thank God the Glazers are on their way out of Manchester United. And I think by the end of March, they are going to be really thrown out of this. But let's also not forget the brilliance of Arsenal. Arsenal is a very good team, by the way. And us taking a game to their side is really a plus in what Erik Ten Hag has gone ahead to build with the players of Manchester United. And let us really be positive about this. And secondly, let's talk about the man, Lisandro Martinez, leveling the game for Manchester United and obviously getting us to the levels of really scoring and really leveling the game. And with this goal of his, that is Lisandro Martinez, and that's how we really went in for the celebration. That makes him the 7th player of Manchester United to score a Premier League. Lisandro Martinez is the 7th player to score a Premier League goal for Manchester United. Carlos Tevez, Juan Sebastian Veron, Angel Di Maria, Marcos Rojo, Gabriel Henzi, and Alejandro Garnacho. So it shows you that we are pushing forward. And one thing I've liked about this Lisandro Martinez goal is that we've started to get goals from different sources. That is something that you would go all out and brag out on any day. You know, there are always positives and negatives every time you lose. But let's hint about the goal of Lisandro Martinez. Short man heads that ball into the back of the net to make it 2-2. And obviously, we failed to defend that last chance of Arsenal. And obviously, we were played into a losing position. But Lisandro Martinez, great to see to it that it is scoring goals because you need to see to it that you score these goals. This is the same thing that Erik Ten Hag hinted about when you're playing out at Crystal Palace. He said, if you don't go out and score your goal and get a 2-goal lead, then you are going to torment yourself and put yourself into danger. That's it. And now let's get into the match stats before I really get into your comments into the live chat. Now, when you look at this, we are having stats were as follows. Arsenal had 25 shots. 6 for United, 5 shots on target by Arsenal. That's it. It shows you how much we defended Arsenal and failed them to read this. Because if we're having 25 and 5 we are only on target, it shows you how good that is. And remember, David De Gea pulled out a very brilliant save around the 75th minute there. Then we had 6 shots and 4 on target, a little bit more clinical, but we lacked that spark of Antoine Martial, we lacked Dalot, you get Casemiro. So, but all in all, we beat them at home. We've lost at their place. Let's see what you're going to go ahead and really do. And secondly, United fans believing that we would have gone ahead to win that game of football is another belief that I really love at the club, because that means the mentality of the fans of United has gone ahead to change from the 10 years we've been in without winning, meaning that United fans are really seeing wins all over their side. So that is something great. Arsenal put together a percentage of 58% of possession. United had 42. You get 517 passes completed by Arsenal, 386 passes completed by Manchester United, 82% passing accuracy, 77% passing accuracy, 8 fouls by Arsenal, 9 by Manchester United, 1 yellow card to Arsenal, and 2 to Manchester United, 0 red cards to both sides, 1 offside, for Arsenal, 4 for Manchester United, 12 corners by Arsenal, and 4 by Manchester United. And where does this leave United on the table? This is how everything is, and this is how everything is standing like. United is 4th, but Arsenal has played 19 games, 50 points. City has 20 points, 45 points. Newcastle has 20 points, 39, has 20 games, 39 points. United has played 20 games and they're having 39 points, meaning that we are just how many points? 6 points ahead of Tottenham Hotspur. Let me look at Liverpool. Liverpool is 10 points behind us and Chelsea are 10 points behind us. I believe it's really going to be hard for them to find us. I believe. If I told you, look at the game we put out at Emirates, we go at Anfield to play against Liverpool. I think in the last 10 games of the season, I think we beat them. That's it. And Chelsea coming at Old Trafford, I think they are going to be beaten. That's it. Because no team in the top 6 has survived at Old Trafford apart from Newcastle. So that really sends me into a very good and happy time. So let's wait and see what is going to happen for Manchester United. Now, I jet into your comments, into the comment section that we're going to really go ahead and really put down. Now, before I come to your comments, guys, allow me take this warning to a man known as Anthony. You look at Anthony and ask yourself, what is all Anthony all about? In the second half, Weghorst makes a very good interception. He plays him in. He just runs with the ball aimlessly. Thomas Partey from nowhere recovers. He makes a sprinting run and obviously finds him. But this is what I've told you in the match build-up. Whenever you get that ball, even when there is space, I don't know why he goes into the cut inside, run diagonally, Mr. Anthony, because that's when you're going to make your opponent panic. And that's when you become a threat. So let's jet into your thoughts. I'm having Nachtende Esther. Title race is over. To me, I believe, let's see after the next 7 games. You see, remember where we were. Remember where we were when Ten Hag just coming through. The points are 11. Time reached when Arsenal is like, before beating them, Arsenal had won all their games. That's it. And we had lost 2. Meaning that Arsenal had 6 points ahead of us. We beat them. After beating them, we were like 3 points behind them. And now it has always been descending and ascending. I believe Arsenal has some games they are going to lose points. That's it. But never say never in this game of football. 11 points, even if they have a game in hand, I believe we can turn around something. Magic is coming. What gave me hope is that I heard Fabrizio Romano saying that United is going in for an offensive player. One more. So let's expect that's going to happen. Now, Adepare Opeyemi up Manchester United Nachitende, but the team played well. Ten Hag delayed to bring on Garnacho. You know, in this game of football, I'm not going to blame Eric Ten Hag. That's it. The only thing that I felt that he did wrong was to delay Freddie on the pitch. You bring Freddie on the pitch early, we don't consider that goal. We don't consider that goal of Bukayo Saka. That's it. Then the best music 1-1. I can't even sleep now. You have to sleep because this was expected, guys. I told you. I'll be surprised if I told you we win. Wales rolls. McTominay looked like a scared. Pratt and Eriksson pathetic. Bruno helpless. The midfield was so bad. However much it was so bad, but it was not at that level of really calling it bad. I believe we played our part. We did what we had to go ahead to do, and the better team won. That's it. Because, you know, I don't want to blame Scott McTominay a lot because Ten Hag is calling in for more players and the Glazer are not giving him the players. So Ten Hag has to use what he has. That's it. Farham Ali, all right, thank you for watching in. Angedu David, the coach, slept off by keeping Weghorst there for so long. I think the game plan of Weghorst had really worked out very well. I think Weghorst played very well. Unless otherwise, you never saw what he did. Interceptions, even the first goal we score. Who goes into that interception and wins that ball of football? Weghorst. Weghorst did a flick a little bit, but Rashford didn't capitalize onto that. So it shows you that we had a very good game plan, but we needed Freddy on the field of play much earlier. Isabel Ronald Molinda, we needed Casemiro, bro. That's it. And I don't want to talk a lot about it because it was obvious. He has been our best player. He has been our best player. Then Rashford follows. So when you don't have your best player, obviously you have to go ahead and really lose like that. We are Manchester United. Will be back. I don't believe this is a loss that is going to make people really get sleepless nights. That's it. Because we beat Arsenal at our home and we beat them. And they beat at a place. So that means if you don't lose against Brighton and draw against Newcastle by winning your games, we would have had 6 points with us. More 5 points with us, meaning that we would have been at 44 points, and Arsenal would have been at 50, meaning that 6 points ahead of us. But we lost games. You can't lose away at Brentford like that. So those losses are always the ones that are really coming back to bite us. That's it. But I believe we are already back. You see, this was the 10th game we played ever since the World Cup. Is not? I believe ever since the game of Aston Villa. Because ever since we played the World Cup, ever since the World Cup ended, we've played Bournemouth, Burnley, Nottingham, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Charlton, Everton, Man City, Crystal Palace, Arsenal. So, ever since we lost to Aston Villa, we had gone close to 11 games without losing a game of football. So it shows you that we had put in a fight and we're already back. And losing 1 game in 10, is that bad for a manager? And losing your only game to the best team in the league? I think that's not all that bad as you guys might try to really calibrate it. Then Onyait Silva, Baba, it hurted me with the way manager told they play those boys today. I know, but we are playing on Wednesday again. We're playing Wednesday. So guys, that is going to be forgotten. Then Daniel Sutherland, Anthony playing mean ball. That's it. Anthony, those ball rolls that he makes with his foot, I hate them. That's why I was talking to Damian, a friend of mine called Damian, supposed Manchester United. I told him, look at what Amad Diallo is doing at a team called Sunderland. He scores today. He makes good runs into the box of the opponent. That is Amad Diallo for you. And a man called Anthony can't make that. So he needs to improve. Otherwise, I believe next season Amad is up for that position. Then Otieno, I'm shocked of that result. Guys, why are you shocked? You get? For me, the only result that has shocked me this season was the first two results of this season. 2-1 loss to Brighton, 4-0 at Brentford, and the 6-1 at Man City. I thought that Man City would have beaten us, but they wouldn't have beaten us like that. You get how much we pulled 3 back, but it was really a very humiliating win. That was an annihilation. You get? Solum Jata, I love Manchester United. Dennis Quera, in the game, you have to expect win, draw, or losses. And I prepared you for this bad news, guys. And where are you always? That's why I told you that subscribe to this channel and you hit the notification bell. You know, you might have been there with your hopes up, but this time round, they couldn't go up. I told you that if we win, I'm going to be surprised. Then Mozamiru Gaddafi, I'm hopeless now. Let's now fight for the guys. We are going in the Champions League, guys. We are going in the Champions League, that's it. Thomas Donker, greetings from Ghana. How are you, Thomas from Ghana? Onyeit Silva, Rashford was selfish. Is not tracking back, that's it. Ericsson played nothing. Scott was fearing. But I believe Scott McTominay did what you're supposed to do. What else did you expect Scott McTominay to do? Did you want him to look like a prime Matic? Did you want him to look like a prime Casemiro? Would you want him to look like a prime Roy Keane? Would you want to look him like Rodri? That's out. Those are not the trademarks or trump cards of Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay has different trump cards altogether. So if at all you expected him to go all out and really play very well like Casemiro, that's out. Scott McTominay, one thing I like about him is that every time he's brought on the field of play, he gives his best. That's his best. That's his best. There is nothing he can't unlock. There is something he can't unlock from his locker or drawer. Nothing. That's the best he can get from his drawer. So he comes in, he gives you everything he has, and at last, he fails to block that ball. sacrifices himself, exposes Bissaka to a 2v1 situation. Obviously, we are done and dusted by Nketiah. That's it. Nketiah has put 2 goals past us. So it shows you how hard this game was. But we are going to get back. That's it. Daniel Sutherland, good game, but really wanted United to win or even draw. It was not possible. It was not possible. The boys did their best, but obviously we really never found ourselves into a winning position. Well done, boys. We are proud of Big Up United. That's it. Thomas Donko, our boys did so well. What a game. They played very well. They played very well. You know, look at Arsenal. They were not missing any of their starters. You get? United was missing Dalot, Casemiro, and Anthony Martial. You get? 3 of our starters were not in this game of football. But one thing I like about this game, these boys of United, is they never put their tools down. That's it. They never drop tools. They are not like the team we were when Solskjaer was here. We dropped tools like nothing. Onyet Silva, he was supposed to remove Eriksson, bring Freddy, remove Weghorst, and bring Garnacho. That game was going to be okay. No. To me, when you look at Rashford and what he did on that side, Rashford looked like had found an opening through Ben White. That's why Ben White was taken off after conceding a yellow card in like 10-15 minutes of the first half. They took him off and brought on Tomiyasu. But every time Rashford faced Tomiyasu, looked like was threatening and obviously creating an opening. My problem with Rashford is he doesn't track back. He doesn't track back. Because even Kylian Mbappe, one of the best players in the world, playing as a left forward, tracks back. Who is Rashford not to track back? Who is Rashford not to track back? If it was a plan of the manager, then Eriksson was supposed to be covering up into that position, with Bruno also finding himself there. But that's not how it happened. So I believe Luke Shaw was exposed to so much 2v1 situations, 1v1 situations, whereby you expected a player like Rashford to be coming back. Patrick Mwanga, you said it's rightly, luck is moving with Arsenal. That's it. That's it. You know, sometimes, like you saw us win against Man City, the first goal comes in through, it's luck. On one day it's counted, the other day it's not counted. So even Arsenal, look at how 2 players beat the offside trap. Zinchenko, who crosses that ball to Odegaard, he does a cut back to Odegaard. Looked like he was just like a second late to be offside. Look at Nketiah, who plays him onside, Bissaka. So it's your, and it was really a slight line that really gave that goal to Arsenal as an onside. So you guys, it's luck with them. That's it's moving with them. Luwama H, greetings from Uganda, Kampala. Thank you, Luwama, for watching in through. On Onyedika, Weghorst is nothing, not even making impact. But guys, I think you're watching a different game of football altogether. If you say Weghorst is not making an impact, I don't know which game of football you're watching. You watch that game of football very well. Weghorst imposed himself onto the game. If he was impactless, Ten Hag would have gotten him off that ball, off that pitch. But he had a very huge impact because he comes into the midfield, does the hold-up play, and plays with his players. Remember that chance when Rashford went past, is it Ramsdale, and then a recovery was made by the Arsenal player. That is a very good flick, played in by Weghorst to find Eriksson. Eriksson goes in for a very good pass. Rashford goes past Odegaard, goes past Ramsdale, but a defender makes a good recovery. That's it. So it shows you how good this is. So I believe Weghorst played very well, but you don't know the impact of this player. You know, if you're talking about him not playing very well, can I ask you, do you know the role of every striker is to score goals, and you have to create him chances? Now, can you tell me any clear-cut chance that Weghorst got and missed? So I think everyone calling out Weghorst, you need to go out and really rewatch that game of football. Full 90 minutes, you're going to see how he imposed himself on the field of play. Then we talked about Weghorst. All right, that is Gaddafi. Then I'm having Asimwe Hillary. We missed Casemiro, not only Casemiro, Dalot. I know Bissaka played very well, but going forward, we lacked Dalot. And then secondly, Anton Martial, Thomas Donker, today I have seen that we are improving. Yeah, we've improved a lot. When you see those patterns and sequences developing in Manchester United, you now know where we are going. Onyait Silva, Mukama, Wange, let us focus for the next match. This one is done. It is one. United should look for another CDM. If not, we will still concede more goals. That's it. And that's the work of the board. And if at all we really get in another player, it will be something great. I'm having Muzamil Gaddafi telling me that Glazer's out and Eric bring in the better backup of the first 11. That's it. Ogonaya Godwin, the coach is a foolish one. Why can't he make a change? Why can't he remove Veghorst and put Garnacho? Guys, these players you're talking about, you people, do you know the role of Veghorst? You don't know the role of Veghorst, guys. You don't know the role of Veghorst. And he played very well. He played very well. Unless otherwise, don't watch that game of football. But if at all you watch those goals very well, Veghorst played very well. Angedu, correct bro. Then Godwin, the coach killed the match. The players did their best, but when they got tired, the coach did not make a good change. I think United players never showed any sign of getting tired, because even the first half, Arsenal never ran, by the way, United a lot in the first half. Even in the second half, Arsenal never ran a lot because they played their game very much composed, knowing that we are going to score a goal. Can you tell me a goal where we are outsprinted? I don't think that we are outsprinted anywhere. You get? I didn't see any player of United getting tired. I'm 100% sure about that. Mohamed Kelly, United need to change the style of play. If not, we are going nowhere. You cannot change the style of play when the manager has not been given the players that he wants to field into his team. So, not also that. Not also that. I'm having Angedu David. Your point is right, Mr. Kelly, but we need to be having owners who are really willing to back the manager. Angedu David, Veghorst was known to play 90 minutes and Luke Shaw, but all of them played. Luke Shaw played very well. Did Luke Shaw do any howler? Did Luke Shaw do any howler? I don't remember Luke Shaw doing any howler. Prince Alex, bro, okay, we missed one player. Not one, we missed 3 players. Martial, Dalo, Casemiro. That's it. Even Sancho. Let's pray to it that really Sancho comes back and really be impactful for this club. Boyd Siame, give Eric good time. Give Eric time. I think if at all, I've seen someone here abusing Eric Ten Hag, but you know those people, you know in the world, such people are always there. You get? I don't even have time to reply to everyone really abusing Eric Ten Hag, because every hope that you are having right now, it's him that has come to this club and instilled it into you. When Solskjaer was here, you guys never really had the love for this team again. The love had died off. Ten Hag comes in, revives it back, and you are really taking a go at him. Try to style up onto that. Smash the like button, comment and share. Let's smash it to 100. Wamani Sam, no title hope for United. You don't know what's going to happen in the next games. That's it. 7 more games. Have you looked at the fixture of Arsenal? Their next 7 games? Do you know them? Let me read them to you. Arsenal is playing Man City. That is the FA. Let me look for the Premier League games. They are playing at Everton. They are playing home at Brentford. They are hosting City. They are hosting City on the 15th of February. You get? That is the 3rd game. The 4th game, they are playing about Aston Villa. You hear? They are playing about Leicester, 5th game. 6th game, Bournemouth. 7th game, Fulham. 8th game, Crystal Palace. 10th game, Leeds. So, those are the next 10 games of Arsenal. So, let's see what they are really going to head and do. And there is a month of April where Arsenal is going to be having loads of some good hard games. They are playing Liverpool on the 8th of April. They are playing West Ham on the 15th of April. They are playing Southampton on the 22nd of April. They are playing Man City on the 26th of April. They are playing Chelsea on the 29th of April. And they are playing Newcastle on the 6th of May. And on the 13th of May, they are playing Brighton. Have you heard that fixture? Brighton, Newcastle, Chelsea, Man City. Those games are going to be coming thick and fast. And if at all they keep themselves into the UEFA Europa League, they'll find themselves playing on Thursday and then playing on Sunday. So that shows you how that might really impact onto their season. So to me, the next 7 games, the next 10 games are going to show me the shape of the title. But Arsenal are the favorites to win the title. That's it. Then we are having Prince Alex, bro, forget about the title. This man is just coming to United. All right. Barista David, we are finished. Nothing to say. We have to brag about this because we put up a fight. Then Nelson Mwesigwa, I still believe that United is still good in the hands of Ten Hag, but need to change Anthony form to compete. That's why you call in Sancho. You know, if you have Sancho into that game, if you have Sancho on the bench, you don't, when you take off Anthony and bring in Freddie, that means you would have gone in for maybe Weghorst off, Rashford through the middle, Sancho playing as a right winger. That's it. So, Thomas Donk, I thought Arsenal will kill us. The boys did well. We were improving. Yeah, we've improved, guys. Let's give credit where it is. Then, Chinaza, no matter anything, I love my United. All the players did well to our coach. We are growing now under Ten Hag. That's it. Agaba done. Problem, he removed Anthony, replaced with Freddie, creating space for Zinchenko to move forward. No. How does Zinchenko get that space? It's because Arteta decides to go all in for the game. That's it. He brings in Trossard and takes off Martinelli. Trossard is told, you are not playing as a winger. You get? Play in what we call the half spaces and let Zinchenko play in the wide areas. You get? And secondly, why do we concede that goal? Scott McTominay commits himself to block a pass coming in from, is it Odegaard? I don't remember, from the midfield of Arsenal, going to Trossard. He commits himself. He doesn't meet it. He doesn't block it. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is exposed to a 2v1 situation. Two Arsenal players, Zinchenko and Trossard. If he goes to mark Zinchenko, he leaves our goal open, meaning that Trossard was going to capitalize onto that space. That's it. So, what he does is simple. He goes in for a balanced play. A balanced play, Trossard plays a pass to Zinchenko. Zinchenko does a cut back to Odegaard. Odegaard goes in for a shot blocked by Freddie, and it lands into the hands or the leg of Edin Ketia, and Edin Ketia taps it home. That's it. But it's not because we took off Anthony. Never blame Anthony because the system of mind is difficult. But let me ask you, I believe Anthony was got on the ball close to 4 times in threatening places. Did he run towards the goal of Arsenal? The second half, Weghorst makes an interception almost at the halfway when the entire back four of Arsenal is in transition to the center line. Anthony is played into space. He runs with the ball aimlessly, not knowing where he's going. And guess what? This guy, Thomas Partey, busts into space and finds him. Where do you find it? That someone closes you down when you've been like some good yards away? We have to blame Anthony. He has been gotten on the ball a lot this time, and he's not really acting. I want to see, did you watch Amad Diallo score the goal today? Go and look at that clip of Amad Diallo, the goal he scores today. In that space where Anthony was, he makes a very good run. They get him the ball. He does a chop back, curls the ball into the near post. It's a goal. So don't make me lose myself, because I believe, however much you love Anthony, I love Anthony too, but I'm not here to defend undefendable things. You can't defend Anthony. And in my player ratings, you're going to say how much I'm going to give him, because it's now over. The honeymoon for Anthony is over. He has played very many games. Looks like we need to go hard at him. That's it. Siraje Chigundu, well done, boys. Oklimong George, why Anthony always? And obviously, you know what hurts me is, we go hard on Rashford. You see today, however much Rashford has scored a goal, we've gone hard on him because sometimes he looks a little bit selfish, but he scored a very brilliant goal, not so? So, who is Anthony? Not us to talk about him. Every player is as good or as bad as his previous 90 minutes, not so? Prince Alex, Arsenal wait for next season. I believe next season we're going to be a better team. Signings will be in, and I think we are going to be beating every team, whether they are placed. And Ten Hag would have gotten his players that can really help, that can really put us in a shape of playing the Ten Hag philosophy. Then he should have taken off Shaw, because did Saka humiliate Shaw in any moment? I don't really remember that. Luke Shaw played very well. By the way, Luke Shaw is one of those players that really put in fantastic performances. Every player in that back four played very well. Godwin, each time we lose match, check it very well, the coach always did not do the necessary things at the right time. The coach has what it takes to win all these matches. Trust me, there is no money that wins all his matches. That manager is not there. Have you ever seen a manager playing an entire season and winning all his games? That manager is not there. And guys, let's put respect to Arsenal. If you think this is the Arsenal that was here 2-3 years back, this is a more composed and built Arsenal under an elite manager known as Mikel Arteta. He has built this team and he's having a style of play. Just play to it hard that we get new owners, they back Erik Ten Hag, and obviously Ten Hag imposes his style of play onto this team of United. That's it. The United is very bad. That's a lie. We are not bad. That's a lie. Then Buddy Jay-Z, yeah, brother, United have tried. We've not tried. We've done what we're supposed to do, because that goal is because of one mistake of Scott McTominay sacrificing himself to expose Bissaka in a situation of facing two Arsenal players. But you ask yourself, where was Bruno Fernandes? Then Nassif Kalema, we did our best, but it wasn't our luck today, and we didn't feed our striker enough. That's it. You bring out a point. But for a person that was not fed enough and came out and really did very many good interceptions and pressed very well, that is Weghorst, people going at him, you get? Weghorst did very well. I'm having Barrister David. For me, Weghorst played very well. You are right. Then you know the game. That means you ever played the game and you ever watched the game. What you are saying is true. Thomas Donker, 3 years work at Arteta, beat Ten Hag 5 months. It's not a shameful to we United fans across the globe. And remember, Ten Hag beat him in his fortress. Now, we've come in a fortress of Arsenal. If you thought I was going to be a game of just us going ahead to win, recall my words that I really said before this game of football. Onyeit Silva, the man who said manager is foolish. No, it's him. All right. Insults are starting to flow. You wanted him to go and play bro style. If you don't know football, switch off your phone. All right. That is Silva. Then Godwin, United will lose to Brighton and Leeds. I doubt. We won't. Arsenal forever. That is Chiza Jamilu. Thank you for watching in, an Arsenal fan. You've taken the day. But for me, it's not by surprise. I expected it. Prince Alex, I can't even is Arsenal midfield. All right. Thomas Partey was nowhere to be seen. And I think the most active player, I think Xhaka, that assist that really brought in through. And that ball that De Gea saves in the 70th minute, I think Xhaka and Odegaard had some cameos, but they never impacted themselves in the game. That's it. But it was a game of fine margins. That's it. Game of fine margins. Anthony Adala, very, very painful as a United fan, but let's don't give up, brother. It's not too late. All right, thank you very much. Agaba Dan, which billionaire is likely to buy our team? I need Glazers out. There are some Americans that want to buy the club. Qatar investment, one from Dubai, and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Close to 5 rich people want to take over United. Is it true? It's true. Never blame any coach, yet you cannot manage even a club academy. No, blaming the coach is okay, but blaming him on merit and on the point that is really well stipulated. Ten Hag has not been backed as he wants. We all know that. He has not been backed, not so? So, if he's calling in for players and they've not given him players, he goes in for Yao Felix. He goes in for Cody Gakpo. He doesn't get him. That they don't have money, the Glazers. He goes in for Yao Felix. We couldn't get him on loan. He went to Chelsea. A very good player that would have led that line. Then Memphis Depay also. They say they cannot meet his salary. That's it. Shameful United. Then we end up with a 4th choice of Weghorst. So you are blaming a manager for bringing in a 4th choice player who is performing even beyond his weight. Guys, who is punching above his weight. That is Weghorst. Let's take the dig at the Glazers. That's it. So I'm having Sendagire, but why Ten Hag takes long to make substitutions? You know, I believe the only change it delayed to make was to bring on Freddie. That's it. To really give Luke Shaw a lot of help. But Luke Shaw was not beaten, not in any one moment, with Bukayo Saka. That's it. So I'm having Valentine, Natasha, Arsenal. Congratulations to Arsenal fans watching this channel. You won the day. Barrister David Bro, tell us about Pogba return. Pogba is not returning. Pogba is not returning because Ten Hag was asked by the board, would you like to keep Paul Pogba such that we talk with him and really give him a new contract? He told them, let Paul Pogba go. So let no one lie to you. Every player that really left, Ten Hag never wanted him. The only player that really left that Ten Hag begged to stay was Nemanja Matic. And Matic said, I'm leaving. That's what he really said. So thank you guys for watching it through. It has been a very fantastic moment having you. Smash the like button close to 100. And let's prepare for the semi-final of the Carabao Cup on Wednesday. Let's either bring back some happiness to United. Wednesday, we are playing away at the City Stadium down in the Midlands. That is against Nottingham. May the Omatod bless you abundantly. I'm returning back with the player ratings and the manager's reaction. I sign out for now. See you later. May the Omatod bless you abundantly.